I knew he wasn't gonna. I knew he wasn't gonna go out like that. I knew he wasn't gonna go out like that. Drake just dropped, man. The Heart of Six. Diss response to Kendrick's Not Like Us. You feel me? It's Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he dropped before the weekend was over with because there was no way that he could just lay him double back on him and not drop instantly. He came and gave us what we needed to get back in the fight. First of all, to start everything off, he already addressed the daughter. This is the third time addressing the daughter, but now he's saying that it was already reported that it was fake instantly after the fact. But then he comes out in a song and says, I'm the one who misfed you the information so that you could take it and run with it. He said you so desperate for the #1 spot that you was impatient. Oh my God. We're back in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the fight, baby. Hey, not only does this feel amazing for the Drake fans right now because it's like, okay, we back in the game. He denied the pedophile allegations. He addressed that like he needed to. But then he gives us the information of, oh yeah, all the shit that you had for the Meet the Grahams cover photo was fake. The daughter, fake information. But let's talk about now why you really so obsessed with the pedophile allegations. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to call me a pedophile, nothing is really off limits at this point. I'm going to have to respond to you full throttle like how you've been responding to me. You hate me so much. You didn't piss me off. You didn't mention my son, my mom. You know what I'm saying? We mentioned each other families. Now I'm going to go ahead and say what I got to say about you. I'm going to bring up how you confessed and was vulnerable on your last album about how you was being molested. We're going to go ahead and use that against you in this diss track, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to say, okay, since you had to go through all that trauma as a youngin', you trying to bring it on me out of your anger and desperation of being the #1 spot. I'll say, yeah, you're going to take that and run with it. No wonder why you obsessed with it. Because you was the one, you know what I'm saying? And that's not funny, but it's just like, hey, I know that sting because that's tough. That's tough. And like I say, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make fun of nobody who's ever had to go through nothing like that. But it's just like that wound cut deep. You know what I'm saying? You put it out. If you going to call me this and try to troll me like this, I'm going to use it against you. That's just how the rap game works. This is war right now. You know what I'm saying? So you got to expect the unexpected, especially when it's wartime. You know that. I feel like Drake did exactly what he needed to do. I feel like he listened to, everybody saying that we don't need another hit. We need you to get into your best bag as far as your style when it comes to this rap shit. And that's him when he's just talking over a beat that's constant, a sample type beat, or when he's just in the timestamp bag where he's just giving us straight bars the whole entire time. Barely any breaths when it's like on some 7 a.m. and on Bridal Path type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he gave us. I'm satisfied. I get to go to sleep tonight very comfortably, even though I got to, get up and get to that money in the morning. Early at that. But I get to go to sleep with peace in my mind and confidence knowing that, hey, he responded. And he responded the way he needed to. He got up off the canvas. Because he was down for the count, I'm not going to lie. But I knew he had to have been in the studio all day today because he wasn't really posting nothing. He wasn't really active. I said, I'm going to just stay calm in this. I've been bumping the Kendrick shit. I know he wasn't fucking with that. Everybody on his ass. It's going to be interesting to see, too, if he responds to Metro with this whole BBL Drizzy shit that he got going with the beats and shit. But it's definitely good to hear this version of Drake. It's refreshing to hear this version of Drake because I was getting worried for a second. I was thinking that he was just about to wave it off like, you know what I'm saying, I'm too big for this. I'm finna go on vacation. I didn't get this enough of my time. But it's looking more and more like he's more pissed off. He's more and more pissed off, and he did what he needed to be done. He dropped before the weekend ended, and he gave us some heat. Let's clap it up for him. Now it's more even. It's more even now because you can't say that Kendrick is winning. Yeah, he came out with good disses, but the information that he's accusing him of and spitting out is kind of flawed right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he trolled with his house and shit, his address and all that type of shit. But now you didn't piss the goat off. Now you didn't piss him off, nigga. So we're going to see where it goes from here. Me, honestly, if it was to end right now, I would be satisfied. We got a response from Drake. But now I kind of want him to put his foot on his neck a little bit more. I want him to drop again. You know what I'm saying? I want him to drop again like a couple more hours or something like that. Or maybe tomorrow to start the day off. If he drop again, I might lose my shit. I'm not going to lie. It's back to an even playing field. And this just goes to show, too, a lot of you niggas just really hate Drake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even really fuck with Kendrick like that for real. Let's be honest. A lot of y'all don't even listen to Kendrick like that for real. You don't really fuck with Kendrick. But the narrative is that y'all don't really fuck with Drake just because he overshadowing maybe your favorite artist. So you just genuinely don't fuck with him because he's a light-skinned nigga. He be doing little, you know what I'm saying, y'all feel like he ride the wave with a younger artist all the time. But you gotta understand too, he is one of the niggas who puts on new artists every time they come in. Like 4 Bats, like nobody else would have tried to get on the song with this nigga, put this nigga on. They would have looked at this nigga like, nigga, you goofy as hell. But the fact that he's always pouring in, like people look at it on the negative side. Niggas don't never really look at it from what it is for real. Like if you got somebody who is labeled as the #1 artist, who put on some of these A-list celebrities, who put them on too and raised their career, like the Lil Durks raised his career up when he did the joint with him. You know what I'm saying? How could you fault him for embracing the younger generation? Just like how y'all be calling Joe Budden a hater and he old and shit because he don't never really just give props to y'all like that, the ones that's up and coming. But the nigga that's doing it now, all of a sudden he riding away. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a flip narrative when it comes to shit like that. But to get back into this diss track, man, it's everything that we needed. He's still bringing up the kid that Kendrick is supposedly raising that's not his. We still ain't got no response from that. This is his second time mentioning that. We also still ain't heard, like he said, you know, Kendrick's wife coming out and saying anything denying the allegations. You know what I'm saying? Her name has been mentioned a lot in this. And for someone who you supposed to be riding with and you supposed to be locked in with and you got kids with and shit like that, you ain't denied having a baby with the team member and you ain't denied him beating on you either. You know what I'm saying? Let's not shy away from the Kendrick allegations just because everything is being shined on Drake right now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna ignore what Kendrick done just because, you know what I'm saying, it's Kendrick and he supposedly winning a rap battle right now. Well, if he's getting accused of some serious shit too, let's not just ignore his character. Just like how y'all be talking about how people was ignoring the R. Kelly shit because of who R. Kelly was and Michael Jackson. No, let's keep that same standard on both of them. You know what I'm saying? So now that's why I'm saying the playing field is a little bit more even. So, yeah, man, I feel like Drake has done a good job at not letting his career just completely plummet. You know what I'm saying? He gave us Family Matters, then he backdoored with this. These are 2 solid-ass diss tracks. Kendrick Lamar definitely gave us some heat too, but I wouldn't be upset if it ended right now. I'm actually satisfied that we was able to get to this point. I feel like both of them been pushing each other to drop I ain't gonna say some of their best work, but they've been pushing each other to get in the studio and show us that they can create, you know what I'm saying, a good song, even a hit, less than 24 hours, you know what I'm saying? Shit that it might take somebody else a week or 2 to make, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, usually nowadays people get in and they get in the studio and they just punch in and then take them 30 minutes to write a song, but that song ain't gonna have no longevity and no substance that just lasts a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm not gonna just get on here and talk crazy and say that Drake is winning now, but it definitely puts the beef into a whole new perspective because it's just like, okay, well, if this is not a rap battle no more, if this is more of a tea battle about who can, you know, deformize the character of who the most, then we gotta we gotta take some of those points off for Kendrick. Even though the songs are fire, we gotta take some points off because the legitimacy of the information. You know what I'm saying? So that all ties into it too. If you go and expose something, you know what I'm saying, it gotta kind of be true. Now, granted, in all rap battles, everything ain't just always fact shit. You know what I'm saying? So as far as we're going quality of songs, even though Kendrick has been dropping heat these past 2 songs, Drake did a great job at responding. We can't just ignore the fact that we can't ignore the response just because the content of the person who's up at the moment is good. Like, we gotta also take time and look into the other shit too. It's a battle for a reason. We gotta be able to judge both sides. We can't just be like, oh, well, since he did this, especially in rap, because you gotta be able to take time to make the song and respond. It ain't like a boxing match where niggas is just actively squaring up and scratching the whole time. Like, no, niggas gotta actually get in the studio and have a chance to respond. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, not only did Kendrick try to play the mold narrative with the information that he had, because he definitely had a mold, but now it's like, okay, well, that mold is not credible. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucking up what you got going because you putting out these songs thinking that you got the one up, but the whole time you getting played in the chess move, thinking that you got the one up. So yeah, man, this is a good response. This is the best way to do it. This is the way that he needed to do it before the weekend ended. I gave it 2 listens already before I made the video, just so I can come in here with enough information to give y'all what I thought about it at this point. I'm definitely gonna be listening to all of the diss tracks tomorrow at work. Hopefully they keep on dropping these so that I can just keep on creating a whole little Kendrick versus Drake little section on my Apple Music that I can just listen to all of them. You know what I'm saying? And this can be stamped as one of the times in history where one of the rap beefs in history that was really iconic, like, you know, how it was back in the day. So, yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think of the Drake diss that he just dropped. Y'all let me know if y'all think Kendrick gonna drop again, which Drake said on his Instagram post when he announced this song that he already know that he gonna respond with another 6 minutes. So we're gonna see what he respond with. I feel like Drake, the way he's talking in this diss song and the way that he talked on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Not subliminally, but briefly, I feel like he got some more stuff in the chamber too. So let's just not write him off as being done either with this. And what do y'all think as far as like where the beef stands at this point? Do y'all think it's, you know, still kind of getting started? Do y'all think we kind of like in the middle rounds? Do y'all think we like towards the end of the championship rounds already? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. I think we getting towards the end of this. I think each of them is probably gonna drop maybe one more diss song. I don't see them dropping no more than 2 diss songs after this. So yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think of the diss song. Like I say, I thought it was what he needed to do. I thought it was the exact response that he needed. I thought that he came with the Drake that we need. We don't at this point in the war, we don't need the Drake that is, you know, the hit maker. We don't need the Drake that is the singing Drake. We don't need the pop Drake. We need the Drake. I mean, we want the Drake that makes the hits because that's just naturally what he does. But we need the Drake too that's gonna come with the lyricism, because this is the time too where you're supposed to shine and show what you. Even though you know what I'm saying, to his point, I can agree with, you know what I'm saying, he feel like he's at a point where he shouldn't have to prove anything. But you know what I'm saying, you got people saying that you're mainly a pop artist. Why not shut him up, especially since you know what I'm saying, claim to be as competitive as you is. But that's just me on it. If I was in his situation, I'd take this time to go ahead and get into my rapping bag the entire time, especially since I'm going against somebody who they saying is a better rapper and lyricist than me. I would get mainly in my rap bag. I'd say fuck the hit shit. I'd sprinkle it in a little bit, but I'll focus more on my rapping if I was him at this point. But yeah, man, it's been your boy, and I'm gone.